I guess turning off my phone and turning it back on seemed to do the trick. So, welcome to everybody. Hopefully, you all were here and you guys are coming back to watch again. What we're going to do today is, and we actually do have sound today, which is nice. What we're going to do today is I'm going to bring you through the Deadpool Daily nodes real quick, and then I have a ton of different covers to open, and I'm just happy that, you know, there is sound and it is working. I do have the chat log open, so if you guys are interested in doing chatting with me, that was actually how I found out that there was no audio before. But if you are interested in chatting with me, hit me up over there, and I'll be more than happy. I can talk with you while we do all of what we're gonna do. So let's jump into this and see what we can do. All right, so I already did the first node, and that was before I realized that we didn't have any audio. But now that we do have audio, we're gonna hit that second node under the C. Looks like we're gonna be so my favorite group that I use here is obviously Storm and Hawkeye and Magneto. I do like that team for my daily Deadpool, because the three of them have pretty good synergy. What you do is you get a lot of the purple, and the purple feeds into Magneto's purple ability that you then use to make fives with blues, which then feeds into Magneto's which feeds into Storm's blue ability. God, I'm getting all tongue-tied now. It feeds into Storm's blue ability and activates Hawkeye's purple ability. So it's a really cool way to kind of get through fights pretty darn quickly. And then as soon as we're done with the daily Deadpool, we're going to jump into opening. Again, I have over 125, I think. I believe over 125 different covers to go ahead and get open. Now here's the thing, right? Right now, I have just Doctor Doom and the, what is this thing again? The Defender. So I have Doctor Doom and a Defender to fight now. So right now I have enough to use Magneto's ability. So I could actually activate it, and that would throw even more of the quick shots on the board. But since I don't have any big enemies out to fight right now, I'm going to hold off on doing that. I'm just going to take these guys out the normal way of just, hitting them. And I'm going to let these quick shots go, because that's the thing about quick shots, is they don't carry over from round to round if you're doing a wave, which is kind of a big deal. But, whatever, it is what it is. So we're gonna do that. So now that we actually are on the next wave, now I will activate that, and let's do it this way and that. So I made it so that I could get 1, 5, and a 3, which actually makes 8, which is definitely enough for Storm's ability. So what I'm also going to do now is I'm not going to use it immediately. I like to use it because when you're doing this node of the Daily Deadpool, after you take out one of the goons, an actual character comes out, and then that's when I usually hit him with Storm's ability. So I'm going to hit this guy. We'll just take out, what is that guy? A Hitman. Let's take out the Hitman first. I should probably learn the names. I just say that guy, and then I beat him up. But yeah, we have that guy. So now Quicksilver is out. So now that Quicksilver is out, oh, well, I guess now that Quicksilver is out, he was taken out by the quick shots. So that worked. Now I'm going to use Storm's ability, which will take out, well, it didn't take out anybody, but it did dull them. It stunned one of them and dulled the other one. So let's switch to that. Let's take out the Hitman here, because that will happen. And I'll activate Magneto's thing, because I should be able to hit him for 66. Yeah. And then now, at the beginning of the next round, Magneto's ability will go, and it'll take out the last little bit of health. But I like that team. I know a lot of people like to use Bullseye instead of Hawkeye, which isn't bad synergy either, but it doesn't feed as much into Storm's, and it takes a lot. Because Storm's blue attack is really good, and yet it's kind of expensive, so it takes a while to get it, going. So if you have Magneto's ability that feeds into that, that's definitely what you want. All right, so we're gonna do third time's a charm. So let's see here. Squirrel Girl, Patch, and Black Panther. Yeah, so I'm just gonna end up using the same team, which I like the team. I think it's a cool team. But of course, you know, if you guys have other options, don't forget that you guys can talk to me in the chat, and then I can always throw in different characters if you want. You know, maybe you don't have the characters I have and you want me to try out some different characters. I can definitely show you how they can work together. So, and it looks like we have a few people here watching live, so thank you for that. I know that we had some technical difficulties earlier, but it is good to see that they, you know, there are people who are willing to give me a shot even if I kind of messed up some on the live stream. So I do have some of those quick shot nodes that are ready to go off. I'm going to go ahead and use Storm's ability again, and I'm using Magneto's ability again to feed into Storm's blue, so that I still didn't get enough blue, but I have this one over here. Bam! All right, so now starting with the next round, the quick shots are going to take out her, but now I'm going to go ahead and stun Black Panther and hit them both for a lot of health, which is always good. Now I do have enough to use Hawkeye's red ability, but I don't really like Hawkeye's red ability, so I'm not going to be using that one. You really just usually go for Magneto's red ability. I think, honestly, Magneto is probably one of the best designed characters. I just really like him kind of as like a support, or even just, you know, he has some really cool tricks up his sleeve. So so I have this red one. I'm going to do that green for 4. And the red ability should come in. That should be enough to take him out. Yeah, okay. So the question here is, obviously, I do have a tendency to talk quickly, so feel free to, if I'm talking too quickly, tell me to stop. And I can definitely talk slower. And if you want more detail about some of the characters that I'm using and stuff, then I can always help you with that. So Squirrel Girl is the required character for today, which is cool. I'm going to throw, this is a combo that a lot of people are using, obviously. I'm going to throw Squirrel Girl and Rocket and Groot and Kitty Pryde after Squirrel Girl. So let's see how quickly we can take these guys out using the Gritty, which is what it's called, the Gritty combo. Hey, welcome back, Ultra Funky. Very cool. Yeah, it took us a while, but I basically just rebooted my phone. And that seemed to work. I don't know why. So in this kind of group, we have Colossus, and we have She-Hulk, and we have Hulk. In this kind of thing, I usually go after Hulk last, just because if you're not doing a lot of damage all up front, then hitting him is just kind of annoying, because then he starts putting out those tiles and whatnot. Oh god, I hate those ones. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take out Colossus first. So I'm going to focus on Colossus first, and let's get started with that. Let's see. So I could match for black, but black's not going to do anything. Let's match for green. I actually do like, I do like Squirrel Girl's abilities. Actually, it's pretty interesting how she can actually be, you know, pretty cool sometimes. She's got some cool abilities. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and match for this black. So excuse my my pop-ups that are popping up there. I just had to plug in my phone. I don't know why it started to die. Obviously, it's because I'm streaming. And of course, now it looks like I'm getting terrible, like, I guess reception. That's not the right word. But it's coming in very blurry for me. I don't know if it is for you guys too. All right, so then the last one is the big enchilada. And I'm going to replace Squirrel Girl with Hella, who is my girl. And you have seen me, I did actually a video about this team, which is the Gritty plus Hella going. And I actually really, I dig this team quite a bit, just because, you know, it's pretty cool. I like the team. So so let's see how quickly we can take these guys out. So if you have this team, I always usually try to take out Conran very quickly. And then usually I'll go after the muscle, and then this guy, the Magia Dawn, always last. I always take him out last. He's not that great. He's more of a support character, so you don't really need to take out the support character first. You can just go ahead and take out the main ones. And of course, I just attacked him first, and I didn't mean to. So that just goes, if I am trying to talk and explain at the same time, it doesn't always work out the best. So, hey, She-Hulk came out. Here's the interesting thing, and this is a glitch in the game. So She-Hulk came out, and I took her out, and then She-Hulk is still out. But it's interesting how that works. I'm not really sure. It's a glitch in the game. If you take out a character using cascades, you always end up getting that. So now that I have Death Becomes Her, enough to use Death Becomes Her, I'm going to use that, which makes all of the blue tiles attack tiles. Really, really cool ability that I love from her. So we'll take out She-Hulk, and that'll take her out. And that's going to strengthen everything, because Death Becomes Her is there. And then that just took out Beast, which is going to strengthen everything again because of Death Becomes Her. Again, like adding Hela into this group that is already dealing massive damage is already pretty awesome and does a lot of the work for you. So that was actually much quicker than I thought it was going to be. And that happens sometimes, but we got a Squirrel Girl. So I actually already have a Squirrel Girl. I believe she's champed already, unless I sold her and I'm working on rebuilding her. I'm not really sure. So we have the 4-star one, and I actually really like these because these are the 2, 3, 4 nodes. So I have to have a 2-star Bullseye, 3-star Beast, and the 4-star Cap Wilson. So let's see what I can do here. I'm trying to see. Oh, I see the combination here. It's not too bad. Yeah, you only have 2 cards for Kitty. She gets really cool as soon as you have all of her abilities together, or even honestly, if you just have her yellow ability, if you can get it at a good level, then it's really cool. Now, see, I just said that I don't like to usually attack support characters first, but really, in this kind of setup, if you're fighting, Devil Dinosaur, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man, I would always take out the Iron Man, because the Iron Man is just going to fuel everybody else's powers. So we'll take him out first, because I don't like him. I don't like his face. Which actually, I just got the outfit for my Iron Man. He's like a really cool blue costume that they added, which I really dig. And I'm just matching random colors at this point and not really focusing on any particular strategy. Because these are 3 characters, except for Bullseye. I actually use Bullseye quite a bit, but Cap Wilson and Beast, I don't really use them all that often. It's kind of weird. I only use them if I'm made to use them. So I just got a question in the chat while we're playing here. Are you in an alliance, and if so, which one? Yeah, I'm definitely in an alliance. The alliance is called MPQ Mastery, funny enough, because I started it. I actually started it, I was in one for a while there, and we actually just have one rule, and it's like, as long as you have to play at least every 4 days. If it says you are 4 days away, then I kick you immediately. That's just kind of how I do it. It seems to work for our group. But yeah, it's called MPQ Mastery. We had a group that was run by a friend of mine, but she stopped playing, but she was the admin, and there wasn't really a way to like hand off the reins to somebody else. Like, she had to continuously be in there. So, there you go. She had to be part of it, but I didn't want her to be part of it anymore. So I just started my own group, and I named it after my channel. So this is going to deal 5,000 plus 757 for every friendly protect tile. So I'm going to use that to take out the Devil Dinosaur. What level am I? I can check it again. I believe I'm 184, maybe 186. I'll have to check it. I can check it right after this fight. Pretty easy to do. But I'm in the 180s, if I recall correctly. So the problem that I have with Cap Wilson, though, is that his powers are expensive. I just wish that they weren't so expensive, and then that would probably make me like him better. Because honestly, the ability to turn all of the yellows into shields, and then turning all the yellows into shields, and then on top of that, then attacking and dealing a bunch of damage for every shield on the board, that's a really cool combo. But it's just like, it's so hard to get off because his powers are expensive. So I almost never get it off, except, of course, I'm saying that, and I already got it off once in this fight. Sometimes I fight with Cap Wilson, and I don't get it off at all, though, so it's kind of weird, the way that works. Let me see what team-ups I have here. Yeah, let's do a Lightning Storm. Why not? So, yeah, let's do some more red. We still have some projectiles on here, so if I can get just a few more reds, then that would actually be pretty sick. And then I could take out Captain Marvel in just one hit. Then at that point, ooh, changing my, ooh, that was good. That was good. You guys know what you're doing. So, yes. So let's see what we got here. I guess we'll do some blue. We'll use Beast's blue. Oh yeah, I forgot that his thing is if you match a blue, it passively... See, I always forget it. Again, I don't use these characters all that often. But I like to have every character for this node of the Deadpool Daily because I don't like it when, like, oh, for the Deadpool Daily, you have to use these characters, but you don't have them. And I'm like, well, that sucks. I like my Deadpool Dailies. I like to use them to get characters that I don't already have. So see, they're attacking me, but they're not dealing much damage because I have a ton of those projectiles out. I'm going to use this to get some more red. Bam. All right, so now I just need to... So let's see. Well, actually, the base damage is 5,000 plus 757 for each protect. So I just got to use this power, and I'll be able to take out Captain Marvel pretty easily. So, bam. All right. So we're done with that node. That's going to get us one more savory taco. And then we just have one more node. And the last node is the extreme node, which is Crash of the Titans. It's Dr. Doom, and, oh, you have to use Mr. Fantastic against him. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So you can't use team-ups in this kind of fight, which is nice. I like the fact that they set it up that way. So what I'm going to do is, so blue and black are his active colors. But I think in this case, I want to get some... The blue will end up stunning, so we'll get some extra blue in my pocket here. So I'm going to boost him up with 2 of every color and then 2 additional blue and purple. The purple's not going to do me any good, but the blue will. And then I will go ahead and have him do additional damage on blue. Why not? You know, going into these kind of fights, you do kind of need to soup them up so that you can win as quickly as possible. And we will do that. Now, interesting thing about Mr. Fantastic's passive is that it's not going to do me any good at this point, so it's going to stun him for 3 turns. Good. That'll allow me to build up some black. Is that his passive is for every, like, 4th enemy tile that you do, it's going to end up, that you match. It ends up activating a power passively for free, which is nice, but Dr. Doom... Oh, no, that's right, no, because he's going to end up throwing, like, fists and stuff on here. Okay, well, never mind then. All right, so now I have enough for the Imagine Nut, so I'm going to go ahead and activate my Imagine Nut, and this is actually looking pretty good so far. I got some purple and some blue. I just need a little bit more blue, and then I can stun him again. That would be nice. So let's... Yeah, I'm not going to make this easy on me. There you go. All right. So now I'm going to... See, oh, and of course, the thing that he does is he has the ability to get rid of all the blue. Of course he does. And I have a question here. Is my alliance PvE or PvP? I would say largely it's PvE, but we do some PvP. It's not like a ton. it's not really the focus, because I don't really, for me, I'm not against anybody. Anybody can join the alliance as long as they're going to play and I get my daily dose of ISO from my alliance. So as long as everybody's there and playing and having a good time and interacting with each other and everything, I don't have any, I don't really care what you do. That's just the way that I play. I'm live and let live. Everybody has their own style. Or I just can't. I don't have any like big attacks. I really want some big attacks. All right. Well, I mean, we're still mostly winning, so we'll see what happens.